You only have 30 minutes. Yes, your wedding ceremony only lasts 30 minutes. And the photos is everything you're gonna have because these ones last forever. Welcome to the very first channel of wedding photography for couples, because I think you should know about a few things that can make your life easier on the day and also have those stunning shots. I'm saying the first channel because I searched so much about it and I couldn't find anything. But if you found, please drop here because I would love to see what the photographers are telling their couples. First things first, I came across 3 things that are basically like you should look out when you're planning your ceremony, but the last one that I'm gonna say, it will cover everything. And I'm so sorry for being repetitive. But first things first, the lighting. Natural light brings life to things. And I'm not saying harsh sunlight on your face in case of outdoor ceremonies. I'm saying soft outdoor light, outside light, natural light, however you want to call. But sometimes because you're having an indoor ceremony, especially in a barn, it can be a bit complicated to jiggle that. But make sure your photographer is on the same page as you and he has a good portfolio on it. We can adjust our equipment for any lighting situation, but choosing a room with big windows, curtains open, and loads of natural light is the key. As people say, light takes and makes photos. Yes, and we don't want your photos to be taken away from you. The second thing, it's important, but sometimes we don't have control of it. But when you're choosing your room, your ceremony layout, it's important to choose a long aisle, not kilometers, but long enough so you don't need to worry about walking too fast and you're just enjoying your ceremony, and also not too short so you're not running in 2 seconds and done. Yeah? So the size of the aisle matters. Second thing that also matters on a wedding ceremony layout, it's the place of your photographer. If you're hiring a venue, if you have a wedding venue, they might be able to sort to that to leave more space at the end of the room so the photographer can move around without being a massive distraction. But this is one of the things to look out for. Plan your ceremony layout thinking on the aisle, where you're going to be standing. If you have an arch, will this arch be on my face or not? This can definitely take your photos away from you, so it's important. If you have any questions, the best people to talk about this is your wedding coordinator and your wedding photographer. Yes, because they will be able to advise you. If, for example, the arch is too close, it might cover some guests. If it's too far, it might obstruct the photographer, because the arches at the end of the aisle, they are beautiful when you're exiting the room, because then you have everyone standing kind of with this side of the face to the photo so you can see their expressions, and you have the lovely arch at the end. Okay, and tip number 3. The number 3 will cover everything. Why is that? If you're getting married on a registry office, or if you're getting married on a small room, you chose a venue that it's convenient, but maybe the room isn't that convenient, so the number 3 should cover everything. I wonder why, but registrars, they have loads of restrictions in place. And every restriction comes with an experience. So I wonder what they've been through to put these things in place. But let's go. The restrictions normally are no flash, so the photographer is not a distraction. No walking around, so if the photographer has a designated place, he can't keep moving around there. And the third one, it's picture when the couple is signing. Yeah, I've been explained by registrars, because on this journey I normally talk with wedding vendors and everyone from every part of the wedding to understand how their job are impacted by my job. So the registrars once explained me that it's a distraction, it's a contract, and everyone should be paying attention to whatever is happening. Yeah, because once it's done, every word said wrong can become a much bigger thing. That was what they told me. And I've been to a wedding not far from now that the couple kind of married 3 times because the name on the registrar on the paper sheet for the groom was just the first and the last name. There was no middle name. And at some part of the wedding, towards the end, the registrar noticed, and then they went to a separate room and he said all the words again with the witnesses. So they got married kind of again just because he forgot the middle name. So I know how important this is, and distractions are not allowed. But now, again, the third thing that can save your wedding photos and make you have those stunning pictures, like Pinterest styles, it's informing your registrar how important this is. On the wedding day, we are all a team. We are all working for the same goal there. Get the couple married, giving them the best memories of their day, and so on. So, if you speak with your registrar or with your celebrant that the photographer needs the best place in the house, we normally say the best place in the house, but it's normally the front seat at the end of the aisle. The registrar will do the best, to accommodate that. Most of my weddings, I talk with the registrar before, and then I say, look, in the key points, can you just move aside and I move in? Most of the registrars, they happily agree. And this makes me very happy. But it can happen also if they're not agreeing. Never came across to that, but it can happen because I've seen many portfolios. Yes, I search other photographers because I need to see what's on market, right? So speak with your registrars, communicate your wishes, because no one will say no to you. She might say no to give the photographer the middle spot throughout the whole ceremony, because otherwise the photographer will be the spotlight. But what happens to me quite often is the registrar is there in the middle. So let's picture this out. Yeah, I will try to find the photo here. But imagine the table, and then the registrar is behind the table, right in the middle, and the couple is in front. So the registrar steps aside, I step in, I take the shot, I go back, and the registrars go back in the middle without interrupting the ceremony, which makes everything great. So these are the three things to look out for. It's not like super complicated, but lighting, it's very important as the flash can be denied. The ceremony layout to make sure we get those nice IO shots, and also your photographer has room to walk around. And if you can't do any of this, just speak with your registrars. Show how important this is, and everything will go as planned. Now, you tell me, which one of these shocked you most? And just let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel because my camera shy thing it's kind of being worked out, and I plan to post much more videos. Which one of these shocked you most? And just let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel because my camera shy thing it's kind of being worked out, and I plan to post much more videos.